opening day, and here's the first pitch, and the season's over.
Morning, bro, man. How you doing? I'm doing all right. We're surviving. Gotta get perfects on these, so we're gonna have to explore the stage. Technically, it says to get 5 perfects in a row without changing the code. So I'm gonna explore this stage and get accustomed to it. And then just reset and play it 5 times in a row so I don't have to change the code. Fun little exploit. Albeit one that gets a little bit complicated once Sonic starts to speed up too much. Alright, so I don't need to leave that one blue one in the beginning. Good to know, because now I'm lost. Where are you? Damn balls. All right, we got to do that one 2 more times to see if it worked. The exploit. Otherwise, I'm going to have to learn the first 5 stages in a row and practice them over and over so I can do them all perfectly. It's also possible I reset too quickly, but we'll find out. The worst part of that one with that last blue ball is that I left it on purpose, not knowing if there'd be an opportunity later to collect rings without having one that didn't turn into rings. You know what? It's kind of odd. Is I could swear that by this point in the stage and the music, Sonic sped up a lot more than he currently is. I wonder if they slowed down the special stage game for the Saturn port. Yeah, right? I wonder if it's Saturn or if it's just because it's level 1. He's definitely sped up. And I mastered the retro achievements for Blue Spheres on Genesis, and they definitely sped up a hell of a lot more. Speaking of, I should pull up the retro achievements for Blue Spheres because it gives me the codes I need for different levels that I have to play from this version of the game. It looks like, luckily, there's some people in the comments that are adding in the codes for the different levels that are necessary for the achievement, so I'm not digging too deep. but yeah, it's the whole speed up thing. Funny enough, it's not even visual. Right? It's when it hits that certain point in the music that your brain starts to go, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And then when it doesn't show up, you're like, huh? Like, right now is when you would normally expect it by visual audio cue. Hello, good morning. Lost again. Where are you? Okay, it didn't work because it only said 1 out of 3. So I think they fixed that exploit. It said pause and reset the game. I wonder if it's because it does a soft reset versus a hard reset. Disk options. Try it one more time, because if I went too far, it would make sense, but otherwise they fixed the exploit. Although somebody said a day ago that it still works. And yet it didn't for me, so I'm a little confused. I'm also not going to spend all morning trying to get an exploit to work. If it doesn't work, I'll just keep going and try to memorize the stage patterns so I can do 5 in a row. especially if it turns out the Saturn version he doesn't speed up like in Genesis, because then that just kind of simplifies How are there 5 rings? Oh, you know what? I remember. They're in here. And I'm lost again. See, now I went a different route than I did the first 2 times. I'm like, oh, this seems simpler. Then I forgot about those and got lost. Okay, yeah, that says 1 out of 3, so. Apparently that's a difficulty 5 stage as well. Oh, I was supposed to pause the game and restart, not, okay. Not reset the emulator. Right? Good morning, Danny Girl, how you doing? Stream title makes a little more sense when you pop in. Okay, 2 out of 3. All right, so yeah, it was my dumb self not hitting start and resetting. All right, cool. So we're gonna have to do that 3 more times. Little blue balls, a little coffee. It's a good way to get the morning going. Alright, so for brief explanation on why I keep doing this over and over and over again. The goal is to get a perfect on 5 straight of these. And apparently, because the achievement is titled and coded that you cannot change the code of the stage in the middle, what you can do is hit start, reset the game, which brings you back to this level, and just do this level 5 straight times. So you only have to memorize the layout of one level versus 5 different ones. You want some of mine? It's almost big enough to provide my daily caffeine needs.
Hixgrave79 asked me, could you maybe talk to Grumpy Dad about turning down the game volume just a little bit so we could hear him talk and explain things? Yo, Grumpy Dad TV, could you maybe drop the game volume just a hair? We want to hear your glorious chaos and all the damn explanations without Sonic blasting our ears off. Tiny tweak, big win, Snoochie Boochies.
What the heck is a Snoochie Boochie? I don't even know what movie it's from. But the volume has been turned down. Three down, 2 to go. You know, I don't know why, but yesterday I took the kids on the playground that I built for them in the backyard, and they were in that little like playhouse thing. And Catherine kept running up to the window of it to talk to her brother. And it was like, here, you take this. Okay, now you give me money. And then she'd yell, I got my money, and then run away. And I'm like, are you playing drive-through window? Like, okay. Alright, hold on. Give me a minute. I'll read through that. Okay. 6 movies? haven't seen any of them. It stopped working for me for a little bit too, bro, man. It said it was reconnecting or something. See, now it's so weird trying to get back used to this setup versus what I had on the road with my laptop, because I'm looking to the left, I'm like, the chat bar is so much bigger and it's higher up than where I'm sitting versus the hotel when I was on the laptop. And I'm like, my eyes are so confused. Well, yeah, because I've got my desktop computer and 3 monitors and everything set up at home versus in the hotel I've just got my laptop and a small portable second screen. When I get the opportunity, I use the hotel's television instead of the small second screen. But some of them have those protections in place where even if you plug in an HDMI, it doesn't let you use the signal over the TV. Well, the hotel wasn't dirty, but I do prefer to be at home. Despite the fact that I don't pay for the hotel, I would still prefer to be at home. Although, at least in the hotel, when nobody comes near me at the end of the night, it's understandable, versus when I'm at home, it's just like, oh, now I'm sad. Don't know why I just did that, but we survived. Hey, $130 a night is hardly cheap. For some reason, my headphones randomly cut out. Do I? Yeah, no, we're gonna turn off for a minute. Entire time I was doing what? Well, I was live on Twitch while I was in the hotel gaming. So I kind of was thinking of. I don't know what's going on with this headset, but it keeps cutting out and giving me a hard time. It's fairly annoying. Five, 7, 3, 8. 4, 0, 1. I get perfects on all of these, but I don't have to do them in a row anymore, so I'm allowed to fail and start over. That seems a little crazy. Level 4,487. There's so many freaking levels. Okay, this guy. There's 192 rings. I'm confused as to which part of this scene. Remember level. What the hell's going on? Is the microphone out? Like, I think it's getting interference from somewhere. No? Okay. Well, because the little indicator of volume from the microphone on Streamlabs keeps, like, showing me nothing as if I wasn't speaking. I just realized I may as well do the rest of the level first, since that's probably where I'm going to screw up. Ooh, that's not good. Started that one backwards. You know what would be a crazy undertaking is just trying to play this game endlessly and see how many levels you can beat over time. Like what Mega Marino does with Mega Man Maker, and some of the Mario Maker players do. It's good that they give you such good music for these stages too, considering how crazy long they are. And what's even crazier is the way the ring sound is. It goes from the right headphone to the left headphone every time one is collected. Next. A little bit. I should have put a trigger warning in the stream for Kelly in case she shows up. This is not exactly a good game for those who have vertigo. 583, comma, 312, comma. Okay, this is level 116,213,385 if I read that number right. Right, 9 figures is 116 million. Not bad, right? Only 200 some odd rings to get it perfect. I remember these. These levels were a pain in the butt. Okay, there's only 5 more rings, but there's 64 more blue spheres. Something about that math ain't mathin'. Although I do remember there was a couple rings in the midst of like a section of blue spheres, so... There it is. There we go, first try. Let's mix it up a bit. Knuckles is bad luck. Shut up. I remember this from the Blue Spheres retro achievements too. This level was a pain in the ass. albeit moving a lot slower. Okay, 4 rings, 4 spheres. Kind of wanted to hop over that, but okay, there's only 2. Where are you? Ah. These achievements for the difficulty levels are apparently named as if they're part of the 12 Days of Christmas song. Da-na-na-na-na-na. So to reference back as well to the retro achievements we're going for, this collection has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games like Mega Man, 331 total achievements. But they're all Sonic. I mean, clearly. There's 24 rings, but only 4 spheres. Okay, well, they're right there, but obviously I can't go and collect them. And whoever provided the code was like, oh, this one's easy. And here I am, like, I don't know if I'd describe this as easy. Especially when the game lags like that, it doesn't let you pick up. Yeah, no, we're not doing this. Use the other code. Plus, then, you know, you have to deal with, sometimes people will put a number in there just to troll. You know, like, oh, this one's easy, when in reality, it's like, it only looks easy. Alright, so we'll leave that one there as the last ring to collect. I mean, it seems crazy, but I'd rather do a level with almost 300 spheres and over 200 rings than one that has 4 spheres and 30 rings, because it's just too easy to get lost. Plus, if you look at it closely, this level's clearly a replica of one I've already done. I feel like I'm gonna hear that sound in my dreams tonight. I guess Knuckles isn't entirely bad luck. Now watch, I'll fail the stage at the last second. Alright, let's do the max level stage. This is gonna be fun. Maximum difficulty. Yay. $23,411,487. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. 672 blue balls, 656 rings. Well, I guess we better get started. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is probably gonna take a while. There's so many, the sound effect for collecting them is changing. Seems like every one of these is going to have a little patch that doesn't match up in the middle. So I probably should have gone back and grabbed the other one, but we'll just save that one for the end.
Grumpy Dad! Hi, my name's Grumpy Dad, and I'm Grumpy.
Yes, you did. What's up, Pickles? How's Peter Piper? I'm also failing to see how this is a maximum difficulty stage. This is just a long, repetitive stage, but there's nothing difficult even remotely about this. I've just been running in circles. Yeah, and I don't know how you would pick pickled peppers, considering they don't grow out of the ground pickled, but, you know. Trying to mod and run in circles at the same time would be... That's the other thing. This says maximum difficulty. I just reached over and banned a bot while moving in circles collecting these rings. It's definitely not a maximum difficulty level. Oh, that's true, yeah. Factories and warehouse. Yeah, picking items does mean dragging them off the shelf. In fairness to the maximum difficulty, the Saturn version definitely slows down the pace of this game. There's no way that it would have been that slow on Genesis. Oh well. I don't care. How you doing this morning, Smelly? That sounds so insulting when I say that, and yet, given that it's in the name, it's really not. Level 198. We've been in the millions. Now we get level 198. Alrighty then. Let's go and find where the other rings are. Or do that. You're out, Knuckles. I feel like I did that wrong. I feel like there was a way to turn those into rings. But maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Alright. Well, let's finish the level and see if we're missing any rings. Alright, Sonic, you're out. This level is very much throwing me off. Now I'm not sure why this level was throwing me off. It's actually super easy. I think it's just that one set of blue spheres that didn't turn into rings, just messing with my head. Ironically, the max level difficulty level was the easiest level thus far. Level 24. Okay, we're going down in level number. Oh, the blue. Okay, I'm like, huh? I thought the blue sphere count said 9. It was 99. Okay, I did that one wrong. I'll collect the rings just in case, but I'm very certain I did that wrong. Yeah, see, 3 rings are missing and there's only X amount of spheres left. The fact that they were connected threw me off, but they're actually 2 separate sets of 9s. Very clearly can also collect the individual ones because there's plenty of other individual ones at the end of the level. Okay. Maybe you have to jump over one of them in a certain way to avoid not making the square. Discount those 3. Just go off these. But I feel like those 3 were the 3 I was missing the last time. Yeah, they were. So what the? This is so weird. Seeing if I can find a code for another level 7 difficulty. I mean, these give you passwords in certain levels, but they don't tell you what the difficulty level is. Yeah, whatever. I have no idea why I jumped over that one. Either way, actually, I think we should go and figure out that one section of Blue Spheres and how to make all the rings appear before we do anything else. Yeah, that wasn't it. I mean, that's not it either. We're gonna miss 3 either way, so... It's just not making any sense. Are there... maybe there's 3 rings somewhere else in the level I'm just missing? Because no matter what now, even if I go in the pattern, never mind. I'm an idiot. Shut up. Shut up. Just took me a while because I'm dumb. Also, that stage is a little dizzying. Definitely feel like I need more coffee now. Okay, that's difficulty 7. On to 6. This is kind of like that first level we did, but starting in a different spot, basically. Whoopsie. No rings left behind. Don't know how to get over there. Let's go this way. Getting a little quick on that turning trigger finger. Not doing me any favors. I appear to have gotten myself lost again. And concerned I didn't leave any rings, any loose spheres in the middle that would prevent the perfect. Okay, I did. Never mind, we're good. Now the question becomes, where are they? we help? That's a bit of a situation, isn't it? There they are. $65 spheres, 99 rings. Anybody dizzy yet? I'm gonna have to leave that one blue one just in case there aren't any other individual blues. Okay, there were. Clearly there's many more because, well, there's only 3 rings left. It's not going to be a group of 9. Asked and answered. This is a very short level, but the number of spheres and the number of rings just seems a little odd. Like how there could be only 8 spheres but 16 rings. Must be a couple more of these. Once again, asked and answered. Maybe I should just shut up and play. "16 spheres, but 96 rings? What?" Oh man, that level was so hard. I don't know how I beat it. Alright, one more to go. Level 100 at the top. And it has 143 spheres. Of course, I don't need a perfect in this one. I just need to beat it for the Chaos Emerald. Now, getting it perfect on that one, that probably would have been a giant pain in the ass. All right, we've gotten all the achievements for this. Next, we shall move on to one of the remaining 7 games, and since it has a save feature, we'll start Sonic 3 because I have to get ready for work in like half an hour. It's the lettering is different. The extra game says to earn a perfect in all the special stage gauntlet, so I guess we may as well do that first. Since we were just doing it anyway. Why is Tails with me here? And why are the rings counting up instead of counting down? How are you supposed to know when you've gotten it perfect if the rings count up? I don't remember it doing that in regular Sonic 3. Like, it tells you you got it perfect, but if you didn't know the stages well enough to otherwise dodge them, how would you... You know what I mean? Whatever. I've done these stages enough times in my childhood to somewhat understand how to get it perfect in all of them. It may take a few tries, but... I don't know if you have to start from the beginning, either, if you fail. Hopefully I won't, but if I do, then we'll find out. don't know why it made the sound effect like I was losing rings. It felt like the number 1 That's why it's a little annoying to have Tails, just because his jump is delayed. And it doesn't actually affect anything, but it'll really throw off your visual timing. Also, as you can see, Tails clearly collected that blue sphere I was jumping over. So even though he can't cause you to exit the stage, he can collect spheres you did not intend to collect. No, not yet, not yet, not yet. Okay, this one's a pain in the butt. Having to break the routine to get those big ones in the middle for the rings now has me completely lost. one I was most dreading for this gauntlet, I may be misremembering. That one might actually be a Sonic and Knuckles special stage, not a Sonic 3 special stage. What's even weirder to me is it counts as having gotten a perfect even if I don't complete the level. I mean, it says specifically, get a perfect in the special stage going. But it doesn't say you have to get them in a row. So I wonder if... Yeah, I don't know, whatever. I'm just gonna continue to try and get them in a row. After having done the Blue Spheres one first... Oh, I was right. This one. Oh, no, this isn't what I was thinking of. This one's a pain in the ass for a different reason. Slow crawl to the finish. Bap, 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 bap. That was close. Well, I know where 4 are, so that leaves 7 unaccounted for. Well, I know where none are, so 7 are unaccounted for. Give me another one of those long line of straight blue spheres. I'm not even going to count that as Sonic 3. I'm just going to tag it on to the end of blue spheres. Now Sonic can be supersonic, except yeah, he can't. I guess it does start you over from the beginning if you fail. It's a good thing you did it first try. These other achievements say to do this in normal. They don't say original. So I guess we can do normal. I wonder what's the difference between normal and original. There's a lot of damageless achievements and such in this that require you not to be supersonic. So I'm just not even going to bother collecting the emeralds until after we beat the game. I gotta get rid of this bubble before the boss, so let's just do that now. There's a missing set of spikes apparently somewhere submerged in this level. I don't see where there would be a missing set of spikes. I mean, that's everywhere that would have been submerged in the level. I'll have to come back to that. Oh, it's an easy mode. Okay, so I'm a dumb guy. That must mean in easy mode, some of the spikes I ran past are no longer there. Okay, spin dashing to jump across only works if you actually hit the jump button. These are the years flapping. Never actually played this boss the slow proper way before to avoid damage. Usually just bum rush him. Okay, I gotta get ready for work, so signing off. Oh, I'll catch everybody later. Do more Sonic 3 this evening. Let me just pause it. Yeah, just pause that.